We're gonna get rated out of 10 again, but this time it's different. This time, Sophie, you know, here are her social medias. Yeah. She's gonna be rated out of 10 as well. And then
we're gonna take pictures of us and show them to people and be like, oh, rate this person out of 10.
And then, yeah, here are all my stats from the last video. If you wanna look at it.
No, check it out, check it out.
Watch her video on behind the scenes.
Yeah, go get the behind the scenes.
SophieFeriani, yeah. All right, see ya. Time for interviews. What do you rate her out of 10? Any number?
7.5.
Any number, doesn't matter.
6.
Any number.
7, 8.
Out of 10.
I meant that too.
Any number, it doesn't matter.
I think 8.
8? 8.
Okay.
Say a number. 8. I don't know.
8.
Okay, fair. Be honest, all good.
Where are you from? Tunisia. What's your name?
I'm coming.
Sophie. Sophie's not my normal type, but I'd give you a strong 8, 9.
Oh, what do you rate her out of 10? It's like a experiment. Okay.
How old are you? Yeah, it's long.
Is that?
I don't rate girls because I have a girlfriend.
Okay, that's fine. Oui.
Je pense 8 sur 10, 7 sur 10.
Just 8 for me. 8?
Okay, it's really
9, 8 and now. 8.
7, 8.
7, 8.
7, 8. An 8, I'd say.
8 out of 10. Yeah. All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Solid 8, to be honest. Solid 8.
Yeah, I agree. 8.
9. 9. 0 goes.
9.
8.
So, for the results of Sophie's data, the mean rating was 8. A solid 8, clean 8. The mode was an 8 as well, and the median was an 8 as well. The range being 6 to 9, which was, you know, the range being 3. So yeah, pretty good. Now, we're gonna see what girls rate me from my photo. And obviously the photos that we chose were made to kind of make us look good, but they are still like authentic photos. We took these on the day, but obviously there's like criticisms to be said like, oh, but this photo is not really authentic as you portray it to be because it's obviously handpicked. There's only one photo, but yeah. Here are the results anyways.
Say I'm zesty cause James Charles is my bestie. When I'm in the
Show you a picture of a guy and can you rate him out of 10? Okay, there.
6. Can't see it very well. Okay, well, I'm old enough to be his mum, so I'll say 8.
Can I see?
Yeah, of course.
He's very young, so maybe like 7.5.
A young guy, tall, dark-haired, and designer clothes. Yeah.
So out of 10, what would you rate him?
It's very hard. I don't know. What, as older ladies? We've got sons that age. Probably not the best people to do this. Probably 7.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go with 7.
He looks sweet.
Yeah.
He looks sweet.
Why do you say? Because you're younger than me.
I would say 8 or 9.
Okay, and now that he's here,
It's a different
what do you say?
Still looks really sweet. I'd still say you're an 8. Yeah.
I would give him an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
And so for those results, my mean was 7.5, my median was 7.8, the mode was 8, and the range was between 6 and 8.5, so 2.5, which was better than what I got rated when it was face-to-face. Now, before I get into the conclusion, we were very unlucky with the interviews that I was trying to do when I was trying to show photos of Sophie, but here's a pretty funny clip that we were able to get.
Aww.
Out of 10.
On a good day, 6.5.
On a good day, 6.5. Yeah. What's a bad day then?
Maybe a 5.
Nah, respect honesty. Has your rating changed now that you see her in person?
Probably the same, 6.5, 7. How you doing? You right? What's your name?
Sophie.
Where are you from, Sophie?
Tunisia.
Tunisia?
Yeah.
How old are you?
18.
Oh, too young for me anyway.
Yeah, too young. So this is the second time I've done this whole rating out of 10 thing. And I guess I feel like I've got a proper good conclusion now to summarize this whole journey. First of all, in my own experience, I realized that the little kick or dopamine boost you get from someone calling you an 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 or whatever is good, but it's only a short-term fix, if that makes sense. You get this idea of, okay, I'm not ugly, I should be less insecure about myself, but it doesn't go beyond that point. The validation you get from having an emotional or physical experience with someone you're attracted to is way better than a girl rating you an 8 or a 9 out of 10, in my opinion. And I'm sure that's the case for most people, because at the end of the day, no matter how much you're told, oh, you're good looking, you're great, you're handsome, if you don't get any bitches or any boys, then you're not going to be feeling too good about yourself either way. So I guess the conclusion with how I perceive myself and my own self-esteem is that I'm not ugly, but to truly realize the scope of how well off I am in the kind of physical attractiveness romantic department is that I get bitches, but I need to get more bitches to truly understand. It was really interesting how women rated me out of 10 versus how guys rated Sophie out of 10. Women were a lot more analytical and judgmental, whereas guys kind of gave snappy judgments. And I'm not saying that makes their thing any less valuable, but I just think it's interesting how both genders reacted to that question. And I guess it kind of says something about how males and females kind of view attractiveness, kind of in the sense that I might be stretching here. Biologically, women are a lot more pickier than men because we have dicks. We can afford to be promiscuous when we were primal because there's less consequences to having sex as a male than there is with a female. So in that sense, women are a lot more choosy, and I think because of that they have a more well-rounded judgment over men, while on the other hand, men do have a judgment. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, like, once again, I'm not saying their ratings are meaningless and like all men like think the same or, you know, whatever the shit. I'm not saying that, but I'm trying to say that men see it in a slightly less kind of complex way, basically. You know, men are more desperate and all of those things, like. And I guess final point about the photo thing, it's really interesting how it was pretty funny how I actually got rated slightly higher compared to the photo than the actual me in person. People could argue that as the catfish. Yeah, it could be like maybe that photo was kind of catfishy, I don't know, or I'm just a MILF slayer, and I'm trying to believe that I'm a MILF slayer. Final point, I guess this whole kind of two-part thing concludes that actions speak louder than words in terms of the validation you get as an individual. I hope you guys enjoyed this thing. I'm not gonna do another one of these maybe for like a couple years. Like, I'm not gonna do that, like this whole repetitive thing. I've got 2 new videos coming out. Hopefully one of them should be out very, very soon before, and then I've got another really like almost documentary style video coming out. It's gonna be really well fleshed out. I'm working on it throughout the whole summer. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys subscribe. Once again, please subscribe to Sophie. I had a great time filming with her. Watch the behind the scenes. Bye. How do you feel about that interview session?
It was interesting.
This is like.
How was it? Nice.
It's so nice.
Did you go on the boat? Yeah.